Hello out there to everyone in the verse. Gabby here with my weekly show where I do my best to offer up advice and solutions to the many interpersonal problems that any one of us might face, whether that be tackling relationship difficulties or just being an ear for someone in need. Tonight we have a couple of interesting stories I want to share, and of course a Dear Gabby update as well. Remember that if you have your own difficulty you would like to share, please mail in your concern or you can post it in the comments below and I will give my very best advice to you if chosen. So be sure to let me know your troubles for your own chance at a problem-solving take from the galactically known Gabby. Really quick, before we dive into the show, a representative from the Drake Interplanetary Company reached out to us asking that we provide a statement in regards to a few of our most recent stories concerning citizens who have been injured while operating one of their vessels. I'm sorry, it says here they're fine vessels. Now, this borders on Gabby doing some sort of advertisement for Drake, which, as you know, Gabby does not do ads for military-type vehicles. But in this instance, I will say that we here at Dear Gabby in Space are not responsible for the opinions in our commenters' letters, and while it does seem lately that a few of our letters have mentioned accidents while they were on a Drake vessel, these were just chosen randomly, and I'm sure that accidents happen on most of the other manufacturer vessels as well. But I would also say that Drake does sell an awful lot of ships, and might even be the most popular ship-selling company this side of Terra, so that might also have something to do with it on a statistical level. Anyway, on with the show. I will try not to rush tonight's show, but I gotta tell ya, Gabby's got a hankering for something to eat. Which reminds me to talk about tonight's sponsor, Twins Sandwiches. These aren't your everyday average kitchen-made sandwiches now. Gabby can make a mean Thorshoe meat sandwich, but sometimes I just don't have the time. But that's okay because Twins has me covered. I get on down there and order me up a bacon club, which is my go-to. But at times when I'm feeling frisky, I grab the Godmother, which has layers of cured meat and salami, stacked high with tangy Faso cheese, tomatoes, lettuce, roasted peppers, and their famous house dressing on rice bread. I keep meaning to try their avocado and corn, but every time I go, I just gotta have my two favorites, and sometimes Miss Gabby isn't too adventurous, at least with her food. But by all means, all of you need to head over to Twin Sandwiches or order directly from your Moby Glass and try that avocado and corn, and let Gabby know how it tastes. And as they say, it's what's inside that counts. My tummy's grumbling, so on with the show. Our first writer tonight has been having strange dreams lately, and they write, Dear Gabby in Space, I'm not normally one to put any stock in Fruit Loops who think the stars or dreams have any bearing on our real life. But I wanted to get your take on this strange recurring dream I have been having lately. You see, I am usually in some public place, like at the spaceport, or even at restaurants or food stalls, and there are people just standing on chairs. They are not dancing or doing anything, but just standing there like they are robots who were turned off. It's the weirdest thing, and I usually wake myself up and my heart is just a-racing. I've had this dream quite a few times the past couple of weeks, out of nowhere, and I cannot remember ever dreaming about this before. Anyway, I was just curious if you had some old-timey remedy to help me not dream them, or if you had some idea why I might be having them. Thank you. Signed, Chairs Are Made for Sitting. Dear Chairs Are Made for Sitting, I am no dream scholar, but I do believe that stress or a constant thought about something or someone is the driving force behind many of our dreams. For instance, I often dream of my dear old father who lives on Lorona, and if I go a couple of weeks without reaching out, I dream that he's in some horrible mining accident, which is crazy because he hasn't worked as a miner for more than 10 years or so now. As far as your dreams about people standing on chairs, that is an odd one, but perhaps it's just some random dream you had that bothered you and has somehow just ingrained itself into your psyche. I know when I've had recurring dreams, they usually stop over time, and I'm sure yours will as well. Be careful if you seek other answers to your dreams, as there are people who prey on others pretending that they can help you get rid of these dreams or try and take advantage of you for some financial gain. I hope you sleep well, and I would say maybe stay away from fizz colas or any other caffeinated drinks a few hours before bed as my only sleeping aid recommendation. Our next writer comes to us with an addiction problem, and they write, "Dear Gabby in Space, I recently moved here from the Ellis system where I had to get away from the fast lifestyle and casinos on Edu because I could tell I had a problem, and it has cost me more than one relationship and many financial woes. Coming to Stanton was a nice break, and I even met someone while here who I really like. The problem is they are part of the racing circuit, and now I am in constant company of gamblers who bet on the races. I have kept my past a secret to try and leave it behind, but now I'm starting to feel that itch again, and I am not sure how to kick this habit or how to deal with it in regards to my new significant other. Do you recommend any support groups or anything else that might help? Signed, Trifecta of Issues." Dear Trifecta of Issues, gambling addiction is like any other addiction in that it takes time to recover from, and a large part of staying clean from an addiction, especially in early days, is to keep yourself away from running into those vices, especially on a regular basis. If you are feeling urges, it is best not to be around those things because, as you have already stated, you have lost relationships from this already. I almost wonder if you somehow sought out this person because of their connection to the gambling world, even maybe on some subconscious level, or if it was just some random bad luck. The other part of my advice is what I tell so many writers, and that you need to be honest and open with your partner, especially over this. I'm sure that with how ingrained her profession is with the gambling scene, that it might cause your relationship to fail. But even if that's the case, it's still better for someone to know the truth. If they really care about you, this could be a test of your relationship and could even move you forward into a next level. I do look forward to hearing how you decide to handle this. Oh, and also, all of the major planets have community centers where you can get information on the closest place that offers up support groups for any number of issues. So just look in your MobiGlass app and search for your community outreach, and you should find what you need. Thanks for writing, and good luck to you. It is now time for a Dear Gabby update. And this week's update comes to us from Mining Dad 24/7, who writes, "Dear Gabby in Space, I wanted to update you on how things were going with my mom's and her watching my kid. I had a chat with my boss, like you suggested, and he politely told me that the hours were what they were, and I could either choose to work them or be demoted to a position that offers up better hours, but worse pay. I took the demotion, and it worked out okay for a few weeks. Then those hours picked up as well, and now I make less money and work about the same hours. I'm not blaming you. I know that's just what I got stuck with. My mom's is pretty enraged at the company, but has been understanding about watching my kid. It's not the update I wish I could give you, but it's where I'm currently at. Signed, Mining Dad 24/7. I'm truly sorry, Mining Dad 24/7. I'm going to ask the obvious question here, but have you considered finding another job? If your pay has been cut, has that now priced you to take something else in a different field or company, even if that means starting at the bottom? I know most miners either work for Shubin or are self-contracted, and I know that being self-contracted has a steep startup cost for the ship, so that's likely not an option for you. But now might be the perfect time to weigh those options. I hope this is not the end for you and that you are able to figure something better out. Take care and good luck to you. That is all for this week's show. Tune in next week, and until then, I hope you all stay safe out there in the verse, and me and my staff thank you for watching. Good night.